there you are. Hi, it's time to bake. So many of you have asked for scone recipes. Well, I guess I'll just have to share one. Okay, these are cranberry orange scones with fresh cranberries and fresh orange. It's delicious. In a bowl, you need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of granulated sugar, and then the zest of 1 orange. Now remember, I'm making a bigger batch than you, but the ingredients I'm saying and what I am putting on the screen is what you will need for a single batch. If you want to bake them right away, you want to use frozen butter, and I would use a box grater and grate it in when we get to that point. Kind of combine these ingredients. I just kind of do this. This will help the oils from that fresh orange zest get mixed in and bind with the sugar and the flour a little. That's going to help carry that orange flavor all throughout. You'll need 1 stick of unsalted butter. If you're baking them right away, cold or frozen butter. If you're going to pop them in the freezer before they hit the oven, room temp is fine. You can even make these days in advance. Flash freeze them. Once they're frozen, put them in a bag and keep them in the freezer and bake them a little at a time. And then you always have fresh scones. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Okay, so this is what we're looking at like right now. Now we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of salt to balance everything sweet, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we're going to mix this in again. Same way, just kind of getting it all combined. You will need just under half a cup of heavy cream, the juice of 1/2 to 3/4 of your orange. It just depends how big they are, what kind you have, but you want about just over half a cup worth of liquid. So that can be your guide. And then you'll need 1 egg. My eggs, my cream in here. And I like to roll. If you roll your citrus a little, it's going to help the membrane separate, and then you're going to get more juice out of it. So we've got orange zest and orange juice in here. And the glaze that I put on top of mine is orange. But you don't have to do a glaze if you don't want to. All right, your dough should be soft. If it's a little sticky, add a little bit more flour, just a little bit at a time. But it's gonna be a tiny bit sticky, but it should be a very soft, smooth, pliable dough. Because now we're going to add our fresh cranberries. 1 cup of fresh cranberries. Can you use frozen cranberries? Absolutely. I would say the best way to do it is use fresh frozen. So I, during the holidays, will buy a ton of cranberries fresh when they're available, but then you kind of can't find them after December. But I like to use fresh cranberries well into the rest of the winter. But you can buy them and freeze them. So I buy the big bags from Costco, pop them in the freezer, and use from them all the time. Do not thaw them before you mix them in. Keep them frozen. It'll be just fine. I know what you're thinking. The whole cranberries, though, you're going to crunch through that. Trust me. It is so good. Truly how orange cranberry is meant to be. Okay, so I just lightly floured my surface, flipped it out. You like to get a little flour under and over it. I do not use a rolling pin for any scones I make. I just press them out. I sell a lot of scones at the bakery, so I'm always trying new things. But these are well loved this time of year. Now what you can do is form it into a round and cut them in triangles if you would like. My triangles never look like nice triangles, so I use a biscuit cutter instead. You can make them any size that you want. I use a 3-inch biscuit cutter. Go straight down. I do a little twist and wiggle, pull up. That straight down is going to cut through any cranberries that were on the line. And this is what they look like. Pop them on the tray. I pop them in the freezer. From the freezer, I bake them in an oven at 350 for 18 minutes. And here they are, ready to pop in the freezer. Now I want to talk about the freezer thing for a second. So, with biscuits and scones, keeping the butter cold is important, because when the butter is cold, it's in one form, right? If I baked these right now, a lot of the butter would seep out because it's already warm. Then you would lose moisture, flavor, and you would have, honestly, a greasy mess. That's also true for cookies. That's also true for biscuits. One of the things that makes biscuits and scones so great that way is the cold butter stays trapped and all of your ingredients are cold. So when you put that into the oven and it all starts to heat up at the same time, the butter is actually getting absorbed in the other ingredients. It's not just running out. It takes longer for that to disperse than other ingredients. If you have trouble with cookies spreading, it is probably because your dough is not chilled enough. And so the butter is warm and then it comes out and then they get flat. Now, these won't get flat, but the flavor won't be the same. So, I'm gonna pop these in the freezer. They're gonna come out done. Well, I'm gonna bake them and then they'll be done. And like I said, you can brush them at this point with heavy cream and put some sugar on top. You put some orange zest on top. Or once I bake them, I'm going to dip them in a glaze. For my glaze, I do a cup of powdered sugar, some fresh orange zest, and I juice an orange into it. And then I add powdered sugar, if I need to, until I get the consistency I want to dip. And then once I let them set, they're ready to serve. I do refrigerate these. Like, I can put them out for the day while the bakery's open. That's just fine. They can sit out for several hours, but I do refrigerate them overnight and keep any extras in the fridge. So there you go, your first scone recipe. Now I have like 2,000 new followers in the last 4 days. And if you're only seeing my new videos, you think, all she makes is cranberry orange. It's not. These are just the 2 recipes that I happen to have right now. Many of you have asked for bread recipes. Many of you have asked for yeasted recipes that you're terrified of yeast. I get it. I've been there. It used to be me, but I'm going to help you. I am loving all of your suggestions. Many bread recipes are in your future, and a delicious pumpkin apple bundt cake recipe is coming to you next week as well. So, if you like this video, make sure you leave me a comment, hit the like, share with a friend. If you're not following me already, give me a follow. I'm also on the YouTube, so check me out over there. I will be doing all kinds of compilation videos. A big cookie one that I'm working on as I make cookies here, that I will put out in the beginning, hopefully, beginning-ish of November, so you will have a cookie guide for the holiday season.